13:7, man. I got it tatted on my shoulder. John 13:7, which you would see up on the screen. For you do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you'll understand. In the context of John 13:7 is when Jesus is washing the disciples' feet. He says, you don't realize what's going on right now, guys, but later you'll get what's going on. When I hear the words of John 13:7, I like to think of you're driving on a highway, right? Because that's what my tattoo is a highway, and it says John 13:7 on it. So basically, what that means is when you're driving on a highway, where you're currently at, you don't realize where your final destination is, right? And the cool thing about that is that you know that the highway is going to bring you to your destination, right? And with that, I think that it's a great correlation to Jesus bringing us to everlasting life, right? So, quick scripture of the day, John 13:7. You not realize now what I'm doing, but later you'll understand. Hope y'all enjoyed that. But we got some cool things planned for y'all today. We got a little trivia action to start off. We'll do a little NBA number one overall draft picks. So you'll see it on the screen if you're watching. But yeah, I'm super excited for this 10-minute timer. Let's get it. It's 2026 BYU. That's obviously going to be DeBansa. 2025 Duke. That's going to be Cooper Flag. 2024. That is Zachary Risachet, right? Risachet. Yep. Risachet. Yep. Then we got Wemby. Then we got Paolo Banchero. Then we got Cade Cunningham in 2021. 2020, that is going to be Ant Edwards. 2019 Duke, that's going to be Zion. 2018 Arizona, that's going to be DeAndre Ayton. 2017 Washington, Markelle Fultz, what a poll. 2016 LSU, it's going to be the great Ben Simmons. 2015 Kentucky, it's going to be Cat. 2014 Andrew Wiggins. 2013 UNLV, arguably the biggest bust ever, Anthony Bennett. And you got 2012 SAD. 2011 Duke is going to be Kyrie. 2010 Kentucky John Wall. Let's see. 2009 Oklahoma Blake Griffin, I believe. Yep. 2008 Memphis Derrick Rose. 2007 Ohio State is Greg Oden. 2006 Italy. I think that's Andre Bargnani, right? Bargnani. I can't spell that. Bargnani. Alright, there we go. So I was right. Utah 2005 to the Bucks. Ooh, this one might be my first stump that I don't know. We'll go back to it. 2004, is that Dwight Howard? Yeah, it is. Then you got Bron. Then you got 2002 Houston, China. Is that just Yao Ming? Yeah, it is. 2001 to Washington, Glenn Academy. I don't know that one either. New Jersey, Cincinnati. There's a few I don't know. Through once we get out of the 2000s, I kind of get stumped a little bit. We can kind of bounce around to things I do know now. 1997, that's going to be Tim Duncan. Chris Webber went number one overall to the 93. Yep. And then Shaquille O'Neal was the year before that. Larry Johnson, he went in 91 to the Hornets. I know that. Derek Coleman, was he a first overall pick? Yeah, he was. 1990. Let's see, what else do I know? I think that 87, that's just David Robinson. Yep, it is. Oh, well, I typed in Robinson. I didn't know Glenn Robinson went in 94 also, so technically got that. Let's see. 1981, is that Mark Aguirre? Mark Aguirre. I'm pretty sure Mark Aguirre went first overall somewhere. Yeah, he was. 1981, Mark Aguirre went first overall. Let's see, what else? James Worthy, did he go first overall? Yep, he went first overall in 82. Then you got Hakeem Olajuwon in 84. Patrick Ewing in 85. Let's see, what else do we got? I'm starting to get stumped now. Oh, 1979 Magic Johnson, got that. Yeah, I'm starting to draw blanks now. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went first overall. Yep, he went first overall in 69. Did George Mikan go for it? That's probably way before. Let me think. Yeah, I'm starting to draw blanks now. I don't think I'm... Bill Walton? Yep. He went at 74. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. I don't think I know any other ones, so... 38 out of 59. Let's see what I missed. 2005 was Andrew Bogut. Kwame Brown in 2000. Kenyon Martin I missed. AI in 96. I missed that one. That was an easy one. And there's just a bunch of older guys that I'm not too familiar with. Doug Collins. Did not know he went first overall. He went first overall in 1973. Wow. Wow. So that is our trivia for the day. So let's talk about some NBA news. So the NBA offseason's been going crazy. We've been seeing all these different trades, and we have the draft, and there's a bunch of new free agent signings. So I kind of just have a few things that I found that I thought were worthy of talking about. Obviously, the LaMelo Ball trade was massive. You know, him going to the T-Wolves, that's huge for him and Ant, especially getting through the West. I think that really helps them, puts them up in, you know, a top 2 or 3 chance to go on a run outside of San Antonio and OKC. So that was big. I was cool with that. Jaylen Brown going to the Sixers, that is huge. And not only is that huge for Jaylen Brown, like in the Sixers, but I think that on top of that, LeBron's decision could be made off that. If he wants the easy way out and LeBron just wants a good team to go to, he's just gonna go to Philly, right? I think that that's the best place that he should go to. Other than Miami, which would be good with him, Giannis, and Bam. Go to Philly and partner up with Maxey and Joel, Jaylen Brown now on top of that, and you got like a young VJ Edgecombe. Like, that's an unbelievable starting 5 in the East, and they should have no problem getting through the East with that. So we had that, and then biggest draft guys that I'm high on. I'm a big Michigan guy, so I obviously like Mo and I liked Yaxel Landeboard, but super high on Adai Mara. I think that he's going to make a serious impact for OKC. OKC definitely got a good player in that. Yeah, he's got phenomenal footwork. I love watching him play, and I think that sitting behind Chet for a little bit will definitely help him. get ready for that next barrier to really become a good NBA player. And the other one I'm super high on is Caleb Wilson. I just like the way that this dude's super confident, and he says that he wants to be the greatest ever and stuff like that, and he talks about all the guys he came in the draft with he's better than, and there's a difference between being confident and being arrogant. I think the way that he's doing it, he's very confident. I don't think it's coming across as arrogant to me. I like his personality a lot for that. On top of that, he's a phenomenal player. 6'10", moves really well, gets down the lane, dunks on guys. But yeah, super, super high on Caleb Wilson as well. Are you looking for amazing environmentally conscious hairstyling products? Then you need to be using 9 for Men. The Kingdom Athletics is proud to partner with 9 for Men, a company that's helping people look and feel their best while investing back into our community. Their support allows us to provide affordable training, youth-free events, and opportunities to help athletes grow on and off the court. We encourage our TKA family to support the businesses that support local youth. Thank you for 9 for Men for being a valued member of the Kingdom Athletics family. So let's talk about a little topic that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and that is, the whole scene of AAU basketball today. And I personally run this company, obviously this training company. I'm going to say before I even get into anything that we do have AAU teams. Okay, we have AAU teams. We're not on any circuits. We're not on any of the exposure leagues or the EYBL or the Puma 16 or the UA Rise. We're not even on the Made Hoop circuit. We're not on the Hoop Group circuit. We're not on any of that. We do a couple of local tournaments. We're from the Rochester general area, within an hour or so from there. We play all our tournaments in the Rochester area, maybe a little scattered through Western New York, but that's about it. We're not traveling, we're not doing anything. And that's what my main topic is about, is that AAU basketball today is crushing families financially, timely, and on top of that, I personally feel that they're not getting back the investment that they're putting in. The ROI is terrible with some of these circuits and leagues and exposure teams and all this nonsense. I know for a fact of some teams in our area, they pay $1,500 just to get their name on the roster. All right, that's without travel. That's without anything. You pay $1,500 just to get in. You made the team, this and that. Okay, great. On top of that, you're gonna go play in 10 to 12 weekends all over the East Coast, sometimes all over the country. I know that there's tournaments over in Las Vegas right now. The qualifiers for Peach Jam and this and that is over there. I know teams in the Rochester area that are way over there. I know teams that are in Kentucky right now. There's teams all over the place. So you're going to go play 10 tournaments. Your families now have to pay for hotels for those weekends. So a lot of times you'll go down Friday. If it's a Saturday, Sunday, you're going to go down Friday. There's a hotel night. You're going to stay Saturday. Sometimes you even stay Sunday night because you don't want to drive back 9 hours of driving after playing basketball all day, and your family don't want to drive and get home at 3 a.m. So they're going to stay Sunday night too. There's 3 nights of hotel you got to pay for out of pocket. You got to pay for food all 3 of those days. Everybody wants shirts and gear and all this stuff when you're going there, right? So it's a lot of money per weekend out of pocket as well. So you're looking at, if you have 10 weekends, I'll be conservative with the number I say, and let's say it's like $500 for a weekend. You're doing 10 weekends of that. That's another $5,000 on top of the $1,500 just to play. So now you're looking at $6,500, right? I just don't see a ROI financially that makes so you're gonna play it, against all these teams. A lot of times you're on court number 30 in some aux gym. You're promised all this. Oh yeah, come play with us. You get all this exposure. There's gonna be college coaches there. We're gonna get your name out. This and that. Most of the time, you're on court number 30 in an aux gym. I'm saying this because I did this for 1 year, right? When I played high school basketball, my junior season going into my senior season, I played 1 season of circuit ball, and this is real stuff. I know my clients that do this. I did this. This is real stuff. A lot of times you're on court number 30, you're in some aux gym, and most of the time the only people in the stands at your court are just your parents and your coaches, right? There is no college coaches there. I played college basketball Division III for 4 seasons. I had 10 Division III offers, all in the area of Rochester. I had more coaches coming to me at my local stuff, my local teams, right? And here's the main thing that I will say is if you are that good, people will find you. You don't have to go find them, right? Coaches will find you if you want to play in the area, right? And you want to play college basketball and this and that, and that's the main thing that people don't understand, that parents and players don't understand, is that these coaches and these organizations promise them all this exposure, promise them, all these college offers, this and that. Sometimes some of the players, they do get it, right? They do. But majority of the time, if there's 10 guys on a team, maybe 2 or 3 of them are getting offers at every single tournament you're going to. If that, the other 8 or 9, they're not really getting much out of it in terms of the exposure and the circuit, whatever all that stuff means, right? And I don't know, I'm just not a big believer in the circuits and this and that. I just think that it's a full money grab for organizations that run 10 AAU teams a year. My organization, we ran 2 teams this year, 1 girls, 1 guys varsity team. Next year, we're hoping to expand a little bit, right, and keep doing the local thing. But at the same time, we know what we're getting out of it, and that's better basketball players for their school seasons. Most of the recruiting that happens during the season. Coaches go watch high school games. Yes, they watch AAU games every once in a while for the live periods and all that stuff. But most of the time, it's coming from your high school seasons, right? So you don't need to waste all this money, waste all this time, waste all this travel, when you can just be, in your local area, getting better, doing this and that, and get ready for your school seasons, right? Because that should be your goals: winning with your school seasons, having a great, season with that, and then keep building. And eventually, if you are that good, coaches are going to find you. Coaches are going to reach out to you. You're going to go on visits. You're going to do this and that. And before you know it, you got 10 offers. But yeah, that's a little bit of my take on the AAU basketball scene today. But yeah, it might be controversial, it might not be. I really don't care. I think that it's a serious problem with American basketball, with youth American basketball, and that's why you're starting to see that European scene really come in to the professional leagues like the NBA, and also even in the NCAA. They're all the coaches are just going over there finding guys because everyone wants to do over here is AAU terms. Play as many games as possible. Do this as many possible. Get to as many cities as possible, because that's what's going to find people. Most of the time, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You need to be drilling, and then play 1 or 2 games every once in a while. And when that happens, you start to see serious quantum leaps with your skill set, because that's really what matters. right? You're starting to see guys that might not be as athletic, right? But their skill set is this much higher, and it makes that much of a difference, right? So that's a little bit of my take on the AAU basketball scene today. Like I said, it might be controversial, might not be. I really don't care. That's how I feel, and a lot of people, I think, would agree with that. Are you looking for serious audio and interior and exterior detailing? Then look no further than Next Level Auto Works LLC. At the Kingdom Athletics, we're proud to partner with Next Level Auto Works, a local business that shares our commitment to investing in the next generation. Their support helps us provide affordable training, free community events, and opportunities that empower young athletes to grow on and off the court. When you choose Next Level Auto Works, you're supporting a business that gives back to our community and helps make a lasting impact on local youth. Thank you to Next Level Auto Works for being a valid member of the TKA family. Hey, I'm going to end with this. You know, Roman Reigns, I saw he said that I'm a big WWE guy. Roman Reigns, he said this. He said, people want to see you doing good, but not better than them. Right? That's so big. That's so big. People want to see you doing good, but never better than them. With that, the people are just going to be hating on you if they're doing better than you. Right? So just keep eating.